Now,
I forgot about another theory. I had another one, but I'll leave it.
Go on, go back to it.
No, go on, mate. I can't get enough of these ridiculous. Go on.
Do you remember when they were talking about the genetic potential in babies? When they were, he was talking about it.
Mutants.
So what if that is the X Factor? What if they do an X Factor movie? Not as in the music TV show, but as in the comic.
There we go.
Carl turns up in the MCU.
You were doing so well, and then you mentioned X-Men.
Yeah.
Well, we've already. To be fair, we've already had them talk about, like with Wasp having her genetic, potential brought out of her when she went into the quantum realm. So I don't think it's too wild, that one, to be fair.
Yeah, look, Darren loved the X Factor.
There you go.
There we go.
That was it, guys. Sorry I ruined the Loki moment. Can we do the Loki thing again? Just rewind.
No.
Yeah, push again.
Well,
push again.
Yeah. Does Darren definitely know it's Loki now?
I guess we could say that first one was a variant.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, very good. You also have to pay me royalties every time that you play that. So,
Tom, you know about royalties and sounds that we can and can't use, don't you?
Highlight that guy.
Too soon.
But guys, it's the end of Loki, or is it? It happened last night. It was, for me, I spoke to Darren about this today. I enjoyed the episode. I really did enjoy it. I just think for an end of the series, it was too dialogued. There was far too much narrative. Far too much.
Yeah, I can't disagree. I think, and again, to bring my wife into things, I always watch it by myself in the morning, like 8 a.m. I'm like refreshing. Watch it when I'm working, and then I watch it again with my wife in the evening. And she turned to me halfway through and she went, "Babe, this is a struggle." Like, so I think it was far too dialogue heavy, but. My word.
It's a good episode, though. It was.
It was. As dialogue goes and as performances go of dialogue, oh, Christ on a stick. It was, it was something else. Spoiler warning, again, guys, if you have not seen the final episode of Loki, thank you very much, Charlie. Jonathan Majors, in terms of debuts, that is one of the finest, most electric, charismatic debuts, I think, into the MCU. It's really up there. And for me, I just think this whole concept that was a variant, of Kang, the Conqueror, which we all knew Jonathan Majors was cast to play. Yeah. It's just genius. It's just genius, because now it's like that was one variant, and it was, he was pretty messed up anyway, that guy, and he was the one who was like supposedly doing good. Yeah. So the prospect of now having these like next level like Kangs, and I think we'll get a lot of different Kangs, and I think they're going to pop up for the next 8 to 10 years, and I think at the end of it all we are going to get the Secret Wars, and I kind of had that bubbling, and now that I've seen the episode, I'm set on that theory. So
I've got my
tinfoil hat on.
Do you know what the twist at the end that really threw me? I didn't see it happening. Was when Loki came back and he's talking to Mobius, and they're like, "Sorry, who are you?" Like, and then he looks up and there's that almighty statue of Kang.
Yeah,
I was like, "This is fucking awesome. This is sick." Like, this was.
Wait, Tom, have you seen it?
Yes,
Tom's up to date on it.
Thank God for that.
But I was like, "This is out of everything that happened in the episode, that kind of settled it for me." I was like, "Right, this is they finished it on a high." To be fair, but Yeah, I definitely think the Secret Wars is definitely gearing up in some way, shape, or form throughout this whole thing. There's been little tads too, like, is it going to happen? Is it, and everything? And I think, I really hope it does, man. Like, I've just got to say, Tom Hiddleston is just, I could never picture anyone else playing Loki now. Like, do you know what I mean?
Is he Loki playing Tom Hiddleston?
Yeah. Tom Hiddleston is a Loki variant himself.
But I just really enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, I said at the beginning it was a very long narrative episode, but I think it was needed for the ending, for us to find out stuff and like the way that the everything panned out and stuff. But it was a great episode. It's just like, now is it? What sets up for the next one? Is there going to be a season 2?
There is.
Yeah.
That's the stamp. Yeah, did you not see the stamp?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Mate, always wait for the after credits.
I even fast forwarded it to look at that as well.
It's only for a little teeny weeny bit, mate. Did a fast forward it, you probably would have missed it. And
to be fair, I was kind of expecting more or something like something proper, and it was just that, and I was like, oh, okay. My only thing is I could have gone home knowing that it was just one series of Loki, and it was set up at the end with Kang, being out there and ready to pop up in other films. And for me, I am very concerned about season 2. I just don't know how they can draw out another 6 episodes. Like, I think it's been brilliant what they've done, absolutely brilliant. And I just don't know how they can kind of capture that again. Yeah, I don't know. Where do you think it's going to go, Andy? Because I'm always interested to hear your theories.
I don't know if you're going to like what I thought of it.
Hold on, is it? Are you going to say it's a filler?
I actually was going to suggest that the whole 6 episodes were a filler for the MCU.
What?
I thought it was the most Doctor Who MCU has ever got in its life, and
that's probably why I liked it.
It was I struggled. I enjoyed the sum of all its parts and the Easter eggs, but I think you have to go into something like this looking for more than just Easter eggs every episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Because specifically this last episode, I don't know, I just felt really underwhelmed with it, and there was just a lot of cheesiness about a lot of it that I didn't expect from the MCU. But we've got Kang, but they could have probably told us that within 2 episodes, not 6.
I think they could have done, like, I know Darren. He's a massive fan of Miss Minutes. And
join the queue.
The Miss Minutes thing is fantastic.
When she made her entrance in season 6, like, she is just some feisty little two-faced bitch, isn't she, man? Like, honestly, and I would have liked to see more of her, or have they done that and they're saving it for season 2? Sorry.
Don't rule Miss Minutes out. I still think she's in charge. There's something there.
Yeah, you know what?
Isn't it's the voice she does Harley Quinn, isn't it?
Yeah, Tara Strong, absolute legend. Mm-hmm. She's not. Kang's made her. What's wrong with you all?
Well, yeah, but I can't.
She's a bloody AI. Why do you find that so hard to?
Well, what did she give to the lady that I forgot what she's called now.
Sylvie.
No, she gave when she did the file download.
Ravonna.
That's it. Ravonna, she did all that file downloaded, but she gave her something she didn't want. So what did she give her? Because obviously Kang didn't tell her to give her that.
Oh, yeah.
Kang Midia. Did you
Kang Midia?
Is that a variant?
Yeah,
probably. Might be.
Sharing.
I think you're going off the deep end there.
I've got to agree with Andy though. I think there was so much hype from episode 1, 2, 3, episode 4 and 5 and stuff. But episode 6, you would expect more of it. Like, if you look at WandaVision, if you look at Falcon and Winter Soldier, the endings were good. They tied it all together. It was a good ending. With Loki, it was kind of just like, nah. Do you know what I mean?
You look at consequences. Like the consequence of what Wanda didn't really leave outside of her and Sword. You know, the consequence of Falcon and you know, that's a kind of, you know, centralized event. Like this has consequences that we are now going to revel in for, you know, 8 to 10 years and get this kind of multiversal war at the end with bloody, there's 5 Peter Parkers over there, and there's Super Soldier Supreme, and like it's just, like the possibilities now are just like I do agree with you, Andy, in the sense that it was like one big filler, but what a filler! Like what a kind of stepping stone. But I just don't know how much more of Loki's story I want to know. Do you know what I mean? I kind of feel like I kind of would have been okay for Loki to die in that final episode.
There'll be a lot of kid Loki, I think, in season 2 because they've got to set up the Young Avengers somehow.
Now, answer me this. I spoke to Michelle as we were watching it, and I was like, when Loki and Sylvie held hands, they created a Nexus event. Darren's just said it as well. Why was there no cataclysmic reaction when they kissed? Like, why?
Because they're at the end of time. There's no reason for them to cause a cataclysmic an event because they're already at the end of time.
But they did cause an event because when she killed him, it created another event because all the timelines screamed off and stuff.
They killed Kang, not because they kissed.
He wasn't there to.
He wasn't there to stop.
Yeah, but he didn't know that was going to happen, did he? I just thought it was like,
I mean, it would have made sense if they'd have caused an event.
Miss Minutes didn't want it to happen. That's all you guys need to know. Okay.
And also, it was a kiss that wasn't necessarily two-sided. She was manipulating Loki during that kiss. So it wasn't like they both didn't have a tingle.
Do that again. Right.
Here we go. Look, Luke. Thanos was the big bad of the first 3 phases.
Disgusting.
The multiverse is the big bad moving forward. Maybe. I mean, I guess it ties in pretty well for Doctor Strange's movie and whatever else.
I honestly think we'll get a version of Kang in Doctor Strange. I think we'll get a version of Kang in Quantumania. Maybe even one in the Spider-Man film. And one in Loki Series 2. I think they'll all be different.
And there might be a few variants when everyone's able to go back to work on COVID. Everyone might be doing a Kang. Why not? So who cares? There'd be quite a few variants, won't there?
Did I say Andy, I missed him last week?
You was meant to do the drum, Andy. I teed you up there and you didn't even do it. There we go. See? But I don't know what everyone else thought in the chat. Did everyone think that episode was kind of a downer? I mean, I was expecting more from it, if I'm honest. I know what you're saying about the consequences and stuff, but now we've literally got to wait probably another 3 or 4 years to find out what them consequences are going to be.
The what?
The consequences.
Obviously, something else then to start with.
No, I think we know the consequences that it's branching off. I think the next few years, if anything, we're going to be able to revel in that because, I think Doctor Strange is going to travel 2 different dimensions. I think in Spider-Man, potentially something from different dimensions is going to come to us. And I think we're going to be able to I'm just so excited. It's just it's great. And I just feel we got Frog, for God's sake. Anything is possible.
That was pretty cool.
We got Frog, and we've also got bloody Disney signing off on Korg and Deadpool doing reaction videos on YouTube. Anything. What a world we live in right now.
I was wondering how long it was going to take you to bring that up, but yeah,
it was 2 loves of my life coming together. Although I do still the one good thing about there being a season 2 of Loki is that potentially we can still get Deadpool show up in the TVA.
That'd be great.
Or even either way, I mean, Deadpool can show up anywhere now. He can be any of those branches. The X-Men can be any of those branches. The different Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, all these, different things. Howard the Duck, the original 80s George Lucas film. No, maybe not that one.
That'd be awesome. And does it mean this is my favourite pastime, by the way? This is my aggressively reaction.
Exactly. Ben Affleck's dead.
Aggressively relaxing. Fuck's sake. Welcome, sir. This means Ben Affleck's Daredevil is now in continuity. No, does that mean? Oh, for God's sake, that was the worst fucking. And I guess we get Elektra as well. Why wouldn't we? And we get a Jackman tease as well. Yeah, there was. He posted an image on Instagram the other day, didn't he?
The Boss Logic image, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the Boss Logic. So
I think the only way Jackman would come back is in a Deadpool film, and it didn't mean he wouldn't come back.
No.
I think it just.
There's a petition, isn't there? He's got a petition between him and Ryan Reynolds because Ryan Reynolds wants him to play Hugh Jackman at a fancy dress party dressed as Wolverine.
Wolverine, yeah.
Brilliant.
Which I would pay to see.
But again, you know, with this multiversal thing, there's nothing to say now that Deadpool can't just be, you know, go around and build up his own team from the multiverse.
But I think what they've got to do, they've got to be careful not to just fucking ruin it and it just becomes an absolute joke. So I think, we're going to see like the multiverse and stuff like that. What's Luke saying? He said, surely the new timelines can only exist from the moment, and thus all past movies cannot now be canon to a multiverse. See, again, this could end up going like X-Men. Like the X-Men Days of Future Past happened after the X-Men's Days of Not Future Past, when they was just X-Men.
I think they were
in the Days of Future Past.
I think they're a bit better control this time around, and I do like that they have got that kind of freedom now to kind of push the boundaries a little bit. But I, like you said, I do agree. I really hope they don't go too far.
Yeah.
Because it really could mess everything up, and what they've built so far is so good. I really hope they don't go any too far than that.
I think what they'll need to do is they'll need to peak. They'll need to plan that peak, and that peak will hopefully be a Secret Wars type film in 8 years or whatever. And then after that, they need to strip everything back. And whatever happens in that film means that we go back to having a core of like 10 heroes, you know. Whether those heroes by then will probably be, you know, Young Avengers or whatever, you know, so.
Oh, but killer or binner episode? I'm going to say binner.
I'm definitely going to say killer, mate. I mean, just the portrayal of Kang alone was quite. I mean, I just think he was so good as Kang.
That apple, just the way he's eating that apple.
Well, I just found him like really playful. He was quite skittish. He was actually quite frightening in parts, and then really funny. He was chilling. He just hit everything, and he's supposed to be the bad guy in that one. So for me,
I'm going to say it's a binner because of how long it took and the narrative and stuff. But on the flip side of that, the intro of Kang sitting in a lift eating an apple with no manners, just talking with his mouth full, a killer. So I'm kind of on the fence with that one. Andy?
Also, 180 flip for Tom Hiddleston's Loki was ridiculous. Like from the start, just being a selfish kid that just wanted to take over the TVA to being in love with someone and wanting to save the universe. I really do think he portrayed that flip incredibly well. Sorry, go on.
He's
Andy.
done that flip like 3 times now. Like that's and I think that's the point they're trying to make with Loki, isn't it? That you know, inevitably he always goes through that journey. And sorry, go on.
Benner, I don't like Doctor Who.
Oh,
Ben, should we do
what? Screw that guy. It's a killer.
Okay, it was a 2 for 2 there, and it was a bit like the episode. It was kind of. It just ended. So, like our opinions on that, it's just going to end.